Hi, this is Mark from AB&R. Today we're going to talk about encoding an RFID tag. And if you need some history on what RFID is, we have plenty of other videos for you to look at. But for this one, we're going to talk about encoding. So encoding, what does it mean? So here is an example of an RFID label. So encoding is the process by which you put the information into the tag. So this label has a barcode on it which can't be changed. Once you print on it, you're done. You've got to throw the label away. But inside here, there's an RFID inlay. And RFID inlays can actually be encoded once and be done with it, or you could encode it and re-encode it as many times as you want to. So there are three different ways to encode. You can encode when you're printing with this Zebra Technologies ZD500R printer. You can encode with a fixed reader, although it's probably not the most convenient way to encode a tag. There's software that would enable you to do that. Or you could encode with a mobile reader like this Zebra Technologies MC3300R mobile reader. So what happens when we're actually doing the encoding? So first of all, I'd like to talk about the data in the tag. The tag consists of data in hexadecimal. So hexadecimal is a fancy way of saying you can only use 0 through the letter F. So depending on the memory size, which they vary in these tags, this particular one is 128-bit, which means that you can get 32 hexadecimal values in it. So that means that you can make whatever number you want as long as you're dealing with that 0 through F. And there's a way to convert hexadecimal values to the normal values that you know, the alpha. Basically, you're taking the number and you're cutting it in half. So you can put up to, on 128-bit memory, you can put up to 16 alpha characters or 32 hexadecimal characters. Also, it's worth noting that there are different memory areas in the tag. There's one called the EPC, there's one called the user area. So there's a lot of different ways you can encode information into the tag. And there's also a standard. A company called GS1 has a standard which is an intra-company standard, so that if one company were to encode the product number and a serial number in a tag, the other company could read it and understand what those values are. So that's it. Encoding a tag is as easy as using the right Zebra Technologies hardware. Do you have any questions? If so, contact us. We're the RFID experts, so you don't have to be.